Hello, my lovely Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into your reading for September. Can't believe we're already in September. Where's the year gone? But this is brought to you by the Druidcraft Tarot deck and the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck this month. Just going to go through a little bit of what's coming in for you in the next month ahead. So, this is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising. If you're not sure which of those applies to you, just go on astro.com, fill in your birth date details, and they'll give you a natal chart which will tell you everything that you need to know. Or you can consult an astrologer or me or something if you'd like to get more information about your own astrology. Now, as I say, this is just a general reading, but if it's more personal guidance that you would like, my link is below to get all the readings available on the website. Just let me know, and I will get back to everybody within 4 working days of actual payment for the readings. So please, if you don't hear from me within that time, nudge me because the email may have got lost. So if 4 working days have passed and you haven't got anything, nudge me, because it's not beyond emails to actually go missing. I've had that happen to me recently. I think it may be because we're now going into a time where Mercury is preparing to go retrograde. So please do make sure, especially in the month of September, that you do check with me if you haven't received the reading after a certain time. Okie dokie. So, without further ado, let's take a look and see what's coming through for the delectable Pisceans out there. Whoa, all over the place. Now, I'm doing this at the time of the Olympics, so I really hope that people are having a nice time watching them. My favourite is the diving and the swimming because, water baby here, so let's have a look. What's coming through for Pisces in the month of September? Now, they want me to do another 2. Okay, so that should do for you. Lovely. Look at that. Okay. Oh, I have to make sure that... Now, I always underestimate the distance that these cards have because they're so large, and there's a big cute cloud that's just covered the sun outside, so I might have to put the lamp on for you all to see it. Let's take a look and see what goes on here. Now, this will just be for the general overview for Pisces. Look, isn't it pretty? I love it. Okay. Let's see, let me see if this helps. It kind of does. Right, so I'm just going to have a little read. You've got a new beginning coming up in September. You may be challenged by this, but overall, it seems to be doing you the world of good. You are going through a fair bit of healing. There's a lot of messages coming through. The messages seem to change though, and I think this could be to do with the fact that we are going a little bit Mercury retrograde. I'm just going to move this camera slightly so you can see the details more. So we'll start with the Ace of Wands, which is perfect. This is all about new beginnings, taking a risk if it's in your best interests, wanting to step out into the world and claim what's yours, and generally be the wonderful, intuitive, psychic Pisceans that you are. I do see this as being almost like you're surprised by your own strength and vivaciousness, so it could be that you get a little bit of fire in your belly about some direction that you're moving towards. Either way, this is something creative. It keeps your mind working. It keeps your dedication and your focus set on a particular task. I also see that this is something to do with everything that you've tried to work towards, because this, to me, looks like it's trying to rise higher. There's a lot of kind of, almost like the wand is igniting the sun, or tapping the sun to make sure it comes alive, and you've got the moon in the background there. So I think this is something to do with all the elements of yourself, your psychic mind, the way you speak to people, how you communicate, how you shine, how this kind of magic from within you comes through. So you're going to prove yourself this month, and it seems to be a great time to channel this energy and really make it turn into something of your own doing. It's really positive, that card. Now, the Prince of Swords, I think, comes through maybe early in Mercury retrograde. Sometimes he's not the best person to see, but I think in this one it's just kind of saying that you may get some messages that prompt you into action, that prompt you into kind of pushing yourself towards something that maybe you didn't anticipate wanting to do in the first place. It could be with him that you decide to make some changes, unexpected changes. I also feel that this is somebody who's going to really come in and, you know, put you into, well, basically put your money where your mouth is, but also invite your thoughts more to action. So I think this is very important. I think overthinking doesn't do anybody any good. You've got to act on what you want to do. This is something to say that you will be acting on what you want to do now. And to be honest, I do feel that this very stern looking guy, I don't know whether you can see him, maybe not, but this very stern looking guy is here to say that you have the drive, you have the will in order to make sure that you keep your dreams alive, which is exactly what this card is about here. And it's all to get your things done. I mean, you may face a challenge that needs to be met head on. For instance, if you change work, you know, you may have to ingrain yourself into the routine, or it may be challenging getting to work or finding your new place, or, you know, settling down in a new role or a new house, or just something like that may actually challenge you. A dynamic within the family may change, so you may feel a little bit like, ugh, I don't really feel good about this. Or either way, you will be able to speak your mind but still keep your dignity. And I don't feel that they'll misconstrue it, but it's always best to kind of keep your shield up just in case they do misconstrue it. So don't worry about that too much, because we have the Lord. He always rules logic and education too for me. I see him as being almost a mentor for you, Pisces. He comes in, I think, with a strong message to say that you are in the right and you don't have to worry. There is a lot of things going on in the world that you may not know yet, and I feel the stage is being set for you to take a bigger part. It's almost as though he's saying, bide your time. This is a very gentle giant, I think. It could be a physical person, it could be somebody in your life that has a very large place in your life. And, you know, it basically exerts his influence over the situation or over you. And you maybe take a leaf out of their book to say, yep, I know what I'm going to do, I know where I'm going to lead now. He has a Lorien energy, and I think that he comes through to say that you can be of this kind of focus, but his chainmail to me looks a little bit like fish scales, and he's got a very earthy feeling about him here, but he's also got the flight in the background and the air is billowing his cloak. So this is basically saying he has all the elements to make him powerful, to make him know he's experienced, he knows what he's doing. And I think it's basically saying, if you are challenged this month, especially here, don't back down. Don't feel like you have to water your opinion down a little bit. Be open, be honest, and for God's sake, please do keep your wits about you if you feel that anybody is coming forwards to try and steal your thunder or to take something away from you. Because I do think there's an energy of somebody just kind of looking over your shoulder and being a bit snide. So please just wash that away. You're very sensitive. It's not that you're oversensitive, but you're very sensitive, so you could actually take their insecurities on as your own. You don't need that. Wash them away. Just be civil, but don't pay attention to them. Now, the Prince of Cups, everything settles on out after you've done that. When you've stood your ground, everything comes through. Those messages turn into messages of peace, emotion, love. You've done it. You're on the right track. You know it in your heart. And you're actually going to be, I think, feeling maybe a little bit romantic towards the end of the month, heading into October. So I do see that as autumn falls in the northern hemisphere, as spring kind of wakes up in the southern, it seems as though there is a kind of change of pace. There is also a feeling that you may be kind of toasting to everything that's gone before, and the fact that you want to move towards something grander, you've kind of taken the first steps now. So this is incredibly positive for you, and I do believe that there is a depth there that does lend itself to your inner strength. You do have a lot of strength. You have a very stern spine, and I think that it is made of steel sometimes, but I just think that there is something a little bit more edgy to come through, and to be honest, it seems as though you're not doing anything wrong, Pisces. It's just a case of protecting your energy so you have some left at the end of September to take the next steps and to make your mark, because they want you to keep your dreams alive. Now, it's all very well and it's all very good to be, for instance, going, oh, well, I'll do this day job and then I'll do something in the background. If your job consumes your life and you're constantly doing it 24/7, even when you're at home, you can't focus on your dreams. Please do focus on what you want for the longer term in 10 years' time. If you want to move abroad, see what you can do about that. See how you can save money. If you want to generate your own business, see what you can do about that. Just dip your toes into it. But whatever you do, keep that energy alive. Keep your dreams focused. Keep your, I don't know, your psychic energy and meditations looking to see what's coming through for you. I mean, you could get a tarot reading, or you could do one for yourself, or, it's something about looking towards the future and understanding you have the power to know the direction within you now. Now, this seems to be crystal energy, so maybe you could get quartz and charge yourself up a little bit before going to bed, but I feel this is important. I feel that you need to be around younger energy. I feel that you need to get kind of the inspiration and creativeness that maybe infants, children, university students provide, and inject that into your life a little bit so that you can maybe feel like, oh, these people have, so much hope and so much inspiration. Maybe it can rub off on you and you can actually say, well, actually, yeah, I will write that book, or I will do that painting, or I will sew that quilt, or go into costumes, or whatever it is you want to do. Because you have art in your bones, Pisces, and I think this needs to come out. You may think you don't have an artistic bone in your body, but you do. And you have to express yourself through it somehow. So I think you express yourself through your dreams. And it's very important for you to make a stand and make things known in that way. So please do commit to yourself this month. It seems to be a little bit of a theme, being personal, but a lot of hard work as well, and standing your ground for you. But I do feel that you will have somebody who has your back, and I do think that you're going to get support throughout this very creative time. So it seems absolutely wonderful for you, Pisces, and do let me know how things go. But do take care of yourself. I say this every month, but do take care of yourself along the way. I do also see a lot of you kind of commenting, which is great. Do let me know how things go. You can also message me on Facebook and Twitter and things. Again, if you want a personal guidance reading, go to the website. I'll be happy to get that to you as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, I look forward to reading for you in October, and I love you all very much. Take care.